Hello, everybody. Welcome to United Real Therapy. We are here for the preview of Manchester United versus West Ham. How are we feeling about this game, guys? How are we feeling about this game? Well, our injuries is concerning. We've got most of our strikers out. Rashford, Martial, Cavani. We still got Pogba missing, so no creativity. That's quite concerning. Welcome, Mundo. I've just introed the show. Welcome. Can you hear me?
I can, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just saying that we're all concerned from our injury worries tomorrow, and it's going to be a dodgy game. It's going to be a dodgy game, honestly. If you said to me, I'll take the draw now, I'll take the draw now. Yeah. I know it sounds sad, but I'll take the draw now. If you said to me, take the draw now, I would take the draw because they've got a decent team and they're on fire this season. They've got a decent team. Those of you all joining us, 11 of you now in here, guys. Hit that subscribe, like, and share. Mundo, the injuries are hitting us now, aren't they? The injuries are catching up with us. Come on, some of us were laughing at Liverpool. What's going on there? But tomorrow we could be without Rashford, and I just said it. Rashford, Martial, Cavani. That's a big myth. And then no Pogba, so that means no Donny van de Beek. So, well, to be fair, let's not talk about Donny. Donny, we've not even signed Donny. Donny's a ghost, if we want the reality. So without any Pogba, we're going to have properly McTominay and Fred in midfield with zero creativity. That's what we're going to have tomorrow. But give me your thoughts anyway.
I think for me the problem is, well, you can look at it two ways. One is it's a problem because we're missing an out-and-out striker, forwards, but it gives Greenwood a chance to play as number 9, and we might see Diallo. So that's exciting, but at the same time, Diallo's coming into a team with no creativity. Like, there's nothing in the midfield. That's the problem. I think midfield's the problem. I'm not going forward. Yes, we're missing our forwards, but even if we had Rashford and Martial or Cavani, who's feeding in the ball anyway? We've got no midfield at the moment. Everyone was like saying, well, not everybody, but a number of fans were saying how we needed to get rid of Pogba and everything else. But this goes to show when he's not in the team, we've got no creativity whatsoever, and it all falls on Bruno's shoulders. And West Ham are a decent team. You know, even with our full strength team, it's a difficult game. So without those forwards, without those players with that bit of creativity, tomorrow it's going to be a tough game to watch. I think a tough game to watch.
It certainly will be a tough game to watch. It's going to be a very interesting game for me because they've got people that can hurt us. Thankfully, since he signed for them, our old boy Lingard is playing fantastic for them. He's been brilliant. He's been like a fresh, you know what I mean? Just the team are already doing well, but he's gone there and added something, give them a kind of dynamism in terms of that forward running, because sometimes they're good at the counter-attack. They counter-attack teams. I watched the game against Villa. That's one of the last games that I watched for West Ham, and they were good for it. Tactically, they were sound in the league, and they won that game comfortably. So thank God he doesn't have to play against us tomorrow, because he definitely would have scored. I'm telling you now, Lingard would have definitely scored. But if we go through their team, they've got guys who can hurt us. Obviously, Rice is their captain. It's the guy who's sitting at the back. They're decent. That Dawson guy, he scores goals. He scored some big goals from corners. And we know already, even though we struggle with corners, we can't defend really in the corner set pieces. If Man United player doesn't win the first header, we concede. That's how mad it is. That's how mad it is. But obviously they got Dawson and the other brother, the French brother. He's decent. I always forget his name, but he's decent.
Do you remember before the Milan game, I told you the battle would be won in midfield, right?
Yeah.
And in that game, Kessie,
Yeah, it schooled us.
Yeah, he schooled us.
Yeah. Mundo, it was like I mean, I keep using this expression, but it was a different level. Kessie is different level. And the other young brother, Kessie really showed us Matic and McTominay are nowhere near any proper midfielders levels. They're nowhere near people's 23 people on here, guys. Let's hit that subscribe, that share onto your social medias, and let's start this conversation properly. We don't want to go on too long tonight. We want to do a quick one because I've got to jump on some other stream talking about Meghan Markle and all that. But, you know, like that happens. And my head is in a bit of a spin. I've got a bit of a cold, and I'm trying to shake it off. And I'm trying to send Mundo the link, and I sent him a mad one. Things that only I can do, guys. Things that only I can do. But anyway, Mundo. So tomorrow we're gonna lack creativity, but let's have a look at their midfield. The balance. What I like about West Ham is the balance in their team. And when you've got balance in midfield, it makes a massive difference to where you play and to the rest of the team.
And that's Thomas Souček, who plays in their midfield.
One of the signings of the season.
And he's dangerous on set pieces.
Massively. Set pieces, running from deep as a number 8. Look how many goals he scored this season. I think isn't he one of their top scorers? I think he's one of their top scorers.
He probably is. And when we played them in the FA Cup earlier in the season, there's no Mikel Antonio. He's back. He's going to cause us problems.
And then he had his two best players, two playmakers on the bench. That's David Moyes for you, though, isn't it?
Exactly.
What's it about Banarama? Banarama was on the bench.
Benrahma came on. He came on and he caused us problems.
Yeah, and who was the Argentinian guy who scored that amazing goal? Lanzini, yeah. Lanzini, dangerous. Bowen is dangerous. They've got players, man. They've got enough forward. And obviously, Antonio is a handful. He is on his day, he's unplayable, that guy. Honestly, on his day. When he's on it.
About our zonal marking and the guys like Souček and Dawson you mentioned, he's been scoring. He's been like a striker.
And even the French centre half, that young kid, the French centre half, he's good. I forgot his name, but he's really good. He's really good, and he attacks the ball as well. I mean, they've got Matt Trinas who are on form currently in their team, and can we say we've got the same? Really, 18-year-old to come off the bench the other day, and to get us a goal. If they beat us. What will be our fourth consecutive defeat? I don't want to be negative, guys. I'm trying to be hopeful, but it would be our fourth consecutive defeat if we get beat tomorrow. And really, is that the kind of team that's going to go for a league or try to win trophies, getting beat 4 times at home? You know?
I know we're getting into Liverpool territory. They lost 6 in a row at home.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We've not lost 3 in a row, but we've drawn the last 3, haven't we? We've drawn games at Old Trafford recently. You know, we've kept clean sheets, and maybe we're gonna have to rely on a clean sheet tomorrow because the only person that I think that he might rush back is Rashford. Like this commenter just says here, Dante. Yeah, I won't blame you, mate. You know what Ollie does? Ollie overplays him, plays Rashford when he's injured. And it's just one of those. It's one of those. But the injuries are really causing us a big problems. And Mundo, I was right. Even though I did say about Cavani, I said about Cavani, is the guy's too old. I said the guy, I thought he's past it. But I did say one of my biggest points that I made was that his injury record. And to be fair, when you look at him, what games has he been fit for this season, to be honest with you? How many games has he missed?
He's missed quite a lot. And there's now leaks coming out from the medical staff at Old Trafford saying some of the games he's missed, they cleared him to play, but he just said he wasn't fit. So we've got a bit of a Louis Saha situation where so there's something going on there, I think.
Well, that shows it, innit? Before that, how much football has he played before that when he came to Man United? I looked at his record. He didn't play that many games for Paris Saint-Germain. I didn't see him. You know, I'm not a Paris Saint-Germain supporter, but I didn't see him for that many games. Maybe that's what was going on. Maybe, you know, it's become psychological. He got injured that much. Maybe it's become psychological. Maybe it's some players, it affects them mentally. You know what I mean? So it's one of them. But anyway, what do you think about the game tomorrow, Mano? What do you think the best possible outcome would be for Man United? Looking at the way we played against Milan and looking at our league form recently at home.
It's going to be an uncomfortable game, I think. I think I can imagine West Ham will have most of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to see, but I don't think Ollie's brave enough. If it was me, you've got Dan James. He's going to slightly start with, unless he rushes Rashford back, you're going to start with Dan James on the left. You're going to have Greenwood, number 9, and Diallo on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just take the handbrake off and just say, just attack them. Just attack.
That's the best form of defense. But is there anything that to suggest that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done that recently? Since we got smashed 6-1, guys. 33 of you now on the stream. Please share, subscribe, and hit that notification button when we're going live, so you get a notification. Since we got beaten 6-1 by Spurs, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is just reverted. I don't know. He's invented this new Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who's not brave enough. He's scared to lose games. He's scared to lose games. And draws are never going to win you anything, Mundo. I'd rather lose like 3 and win 4 or 5. You know what I mean? It's one of those things.
The thing is as well is that now's the time to be brave because the teams around us have dropped points this weekend.
Yeah.
Chelsea playing. Tottenham play Arsenal tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Chelsea already drew. Chelsea already drew. Everton got beat
today. Yeah.
Everton got beat.
So the teams around us have dropped points.
Yeah.
City won again, obviously. So that's
3 points. 3 points will be a welcome thing tomorrow. But I don't know. I mean, I can't see it. I mean, we can't all blame Ole, but the injuries, just injuries. I mean, we were going to get injuries at one time of the season, but they all come together at once. Martial, it was really funny the way he fell. I don't know if you've seen the Milan game, but the ball got played up to him. The guy hit him, and he fell, but he fell on his leg bent, on his hip, and then he landed on his hip. So that's why he got taken off. And could he recover? Could he have recovered? Let's hope it's not too serious. But Martial, we might need Martial tomorrow. I think Martial will have to play tomorrow. And let's hope Martial is fit at least. Because Rashford, I just think Rashford needs a rest. If we can get him back for the Milan game, maybe. But getting him back then, I don't.
I'd rather play Martial tomorrow than Rashford.
He needs a shoulder operation. He had his back operation, obviously. He's not the same player, but it was really interesting watching United versus Milan. The threat on that side, completely. Even though Rashford can be super frustrating at times, he just poses threat. So on the opposing team, they're careful. They're not brave enough to push out, you know what I mean, from that side. So it occupies their minds. That one ball over the top or one ball sliding through the lines and Rashford is away. And we didn't get that. That was a huge notice. I know that you didn't catch all of the game because you were on father duties, but yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, Glazers out. That's a beautiful name. Solskjaer is scared. Has secured to sign a new contract with Man United worth $9 million a year. Sources say talks are set to begin any day. The new deal. Well, it depends in it, like I said. But that doesn't mean because they gave Mourinho a contract. They extended his contract, but they still sacked him. So that doesn't mean anything, to be fair. But like I said, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be very difficult to sack because of they like the pressure all goes on him other than them. So they use Ole because they understand that, a lot of the fans are emotionally manipulated. So the fans are not going to go all for Ole out. There may be just the fans on social media, and that's even a bit divided. But as long as he keeps the spotlight off them, they just crack on. But, Woodward's a snake. He'll throw him under the bus. You know what I mean? Look at this now. We've got injured, and look at how unbalanced our squad. Everybody tells me, in different streams, Man United got a fantastic squad. And I'm like, what Man United are you watching? The imbalance in our team is shocking. We have no right winger. We've only got maybe 2 out-and-out strikers. One of them gets injured. The other one is off form. We haven't got a proper CDM. We've got 3 guys who can do one person's job. And then we're missing a centre-half that's going to stay fit. And that's a fast centre-half. And then the goalkeeper, I've stood up for Dean Henderson, but that was a shocking error. But properly, because David De Gea is back now, but he has to quarantine. Yeah. So Dean Henderson will start tomorrow. But let's hope Dean Henderson tomorrow will have to have a good game for Man United to win.
My issue is like you talk about structure off the pitch. I talk about structure on the pitch. Yeah, and we've got no structure on the pitch. So what we rely on is individuals. So when those individuals get injured, with other teams that have a structure, you can get by. You can put in a youth player, or you can put in a player out of position just for that one game because they play a certain style of football, a certain structure. But where it's just freestyle, everyone's just on the pitch and does whatever they want. As soon as you miss 2 or 3 quality players, you're in trouble.
You're in serious trouble, Mundo. You're in serious trouble. Yo, victorious one. If Ollie gets a new contract, I'm switching allegiance to FC United or Salford City. Pick up. Listen, once Man United is in your heart, is always in your heart, man. I've got friends who are diehard FC United fans and Salford fans. Man United, they're still checking Man United. They might not go to the game out of protest because the Glazers and Woodward and the rest of these Muppet bankers that control our club, but they're always checking, and when United's on, they're watching it as well. So once it's in your heart, it's in your heart. Well, true. It's going to be 10 years. Well, 10 years since we've come close for challenging for the league. There we go. Chelsea are going to take... Chelsea fan, hey. Wow, Chelsea are going to dominate. Is that why you drew 0-0 today with Leeds? I haven't even watched their game. Did you see a bit of their game, Window? I didn't see it, but it didn't look like they had, there was proper chances. I think that's 0-0 draw that Leeds have had. I don't think Leeds don't. Usually Leeds are not a 0-0 team, aren't they?
They drew 0-0 with Arsenal at home as well earlier in the season.
Yeah. Was that 1-1 though? That was 1-1 or something? Or was it
1-1 that game? Or
was it 0-0? Maybe. I always think Leeds always score anyway. Ali Khan, we don't have the spine. No, it's not a partnership. No DM Shepherd in the defense. No Killen and Balab up front. Of course we're a joke. And all it comes down to recruitment. So I blame Ollie for certain things. That the fact that Ollie doesn't do the coaching, the fact that Ollie doesn't. After 2 and a bit years now, we haven't got a patterns of play. We don't have other than the old school thing that we were doing with Jose, which is the counter attack. We were always deadly. I remember when Jose was there, we were 4-0 FC. A lot of those 4-0 FC goals were coming from counter attacks. Once we go 1 up, anytime you go 1 down against Jose team, you're always going to get counter attack. But Jose then would be scared at times and say to the guys, let's do a low block and let's not counter-attack anybody. And then that's when we would concede, like against Leicester. Teams would come back against us because that's what we would do, But I'm disappointed. And this guy, we've already said it. We've done the show when we did the preview to the Milan game. But this John Murta, if he's got any ideas about football, any ideas, Mundo, he would get amazing. We would go and get the best people out there, best coaches out there in the world, not just in Europe, who have got innovative ideas and about coaching and about patterns of play. That's what he would do. Because Kieran McKenna, even though I really enjoyed the way the youth team played, Michael Carrick and Mickey Phelan are not helping. They're not helping Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
But so, you see, the thing about Ollie, if he really wants to make it at our club, he's got to make some difficult decisions. He has to. And the thing is, even Sir Alex Ferguson himself recognised his shortcomings when it came to tactics. And he got master tacticians. Look at his backroom squad. He had René Molestein. He had Carlos Queiroz. Even though he's the Wally with the Bolly McLaren in '99. He was very innocent.
Sports psychology. Sports psychology. When I did my sports degree, we were talking about one of our lectures, Liverpool University. Shout out Liverpool University. I went to University of Liverpool, people. Sports psychology lectures. He was talking about the coaches or in different sports that went to America, and McLaren's known for one of the people. He went different parts of the world to see what different sports were doing. So he's a student of sport and especially sports psychology. McLaren's one of the people that brought sports psychology to Man United and about different motivation techniques. And he came from Derby. He's well known. He's one of the best coaches, one of the best young coaches in the country at that time. And Fergie, boom, brought him in. Man United do the treble. You know what I mean? Man United do the trouble. Oh, definitely. He's just here. Murto is another Glazer puppet. Of course he is. He's been there for a long time. And Man United still no smoke, mate. No, all smoke but no cigar. You know what I mean? No cigar, mate. No cigar. I mean, I'm messing that up. I've got a bit of a headache, people. Stop, don't be too tough on me. But how does that go? How does that quote go, Mundo? Sit.
No. Oh, what you say? No smoke without fire.
No smoke without fire. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say.
But the thing is, what I will say is, if the rumours are true about Ollie getting a new contract, I'm not surprised because they've created this structure. So obviously, it must have been with Ollie being the manager.
Yeah.
Right? Not for some new guy to come in. And if also, it's not a traditional structure with director of football, etc. Because normally the manager sits under the director of football.
Yeah.
But within our structure, he sits side by side with the manager, which doesn't really make that much sense. So
yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's twisted. It's almost kind of like they've safeguarded Ollie, which is really interesting, isn't it?
Exactly. So it was always their intention to keep him in the hot seat.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think that really, now he has no excuses. They've created a structure for him.
Yeah.
He's got vetoes. He's got a say on signings.
Yeah.
All the club have to do is say. I mean, there's already rumours coming out about we've been priced out of the Haaland deal. Various other things.
I don't believe Mundo. Come on now. I do not believe that he's coming to Man United. No chance.
No, it's
no
not.
chance.
It's not. So get ready for another frustrating summer by things that are being leaked at the moment. And,
it's Neil Ashton, mate. Neil Ashton is absolutely playing. Neil Ashton is on one, Mundo. He is absolutely on one. Neil Ashton is on one. That's what Neil Ashton is doing. That's Neil Ashton. All of this about, I'll be shocked. Ollie tried to get him, didn't he? Ollie tried to sign him, and yeah, it's not working. It's not working. I cannot imagine that. That he's gonna come. Why didn't he come when Ollie was? You know what I mean? Ollie went to see him. You know, he got leaked in it. Ollie flew over to Germany to go and speak to him. I think this might be before he signed for Dortmund or after he's. How long has he been there now, Dortmund? 1 season, 2 seasons? Is his second season?
Yeah, this is his second.
It was last year. It was a season and a bit ago. Ollie was trying.
It was like in the January, wasn't it, when he went to Dortmund?
Yeah. Do you? I remember news broke. I don't know if I said it on this stream, on this channel, on my channel, but apparently years ago when he was at Mulder, we were supposed to talk to him and his representatives. Yeah. So it was on what's the team he played for in Austria? Salzburg.
Salzburg.
Salzburg. Yeah, Salzburg. Germans are Salzburg. Yeah, Austrian team. And apparently, this shows you how we're run by bankers. So this is about 3-4 years ago when he was at Mulder, and Man United was supposed to, but the person who's supposed to ring did not understand Central European time. He didn't understand the European time. So it was 9 o'clock, and they rang at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, the deal already been done with Salzburg at the time. £3 million it would have cost.
If anything sums up Man United, that sums Man United up.
And he was the Mulder manager back then. That was Solskjaer, wasn't it?
I think it was Solskjaer.
So we had our own man on the inside.
Yeah.
And they sell us this guy.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even manage that. Right?
And you know what? I've also heard that obviously the history, most of you don't know, but Haaland's dad used to play for Man City. And before that, he played for Leeds United. So his dad played for one of our closest rivals and one of our other hatred rivals, where there's a real hate.
And Man City.
Leeds. And basically what happened was, once we played Leeds, I'm just going to tell the story. Those of you who don't know, maybe you're young enough to remember. Roy Keane, when it was a midfield battle, Haaland's dad used to play in midfield. And they was just getting in each other. Roy Keane was the hard man of his day in midfield. And they went for a challenge. And Roy Keane, that was in the box, tried to score. And Roy Keane fell down and did his cruciate ligament. And he fell. And there's a famous photo, Haaland basically berating him, thinking that he's diving and he's feigning injury. And Haaland is there. Haaland Senior is there telling Roy Keane, giving him the bleeps, tell him to get the hell up. But Roy Keane's in agony. He's on the floor and he's in agony because he's did a crucial ligament. Anyway, Roy Keane gets stretchered off. Haaland then, season later, is playing for Man City. Roy Keane literally does the absolute car crash tackle. I'm talking about car crash. 50-50. The ball is there to be won. He literally goes over the top of the ball and Haaland's leg is up in the air. Keane hits him. Haaland Senior literally flips up. He almost does a somersault because he hits him that hard and the timing of that challenge. Obviously, Roy Keane gets a red card and he's off. So there is this hatred that he doesn't. And Man United fans are always used that against him. Whatever time he played, Roy Keane did you know what I mean? They're always that. They all took the mick out of him. And so Haaland Senior is Man United are not one of his favorite teams. So he's never going to come to us. I think Man City have got a chance, but if Man City going to break the bank to really buy him for 100 million supposedly? The most expensive player I think City have signed is like just 70 million, just under 70 million. So are they going to break the bank? Barcelona, if they get their act together, Barcelona, Real Madrid, you can go one of there. Why would you want to? So Man United, I don't know. Somebody's taking the mick out of us, I think. There we go. Let's give him a shout. Ask plus. Breaking news, Oli signed a new contract at Man United. Okay, breaking news. Breaking news it is. We'll go with it. We're not even going to check that, but yeah, because we all expect it. But yeah. Now we have a director of football and a technical director. If you don't see progress with Oli, will you be able to... Listen, I've told you already, I'm more critical of Oli now than I was when I was defending him because nothing has changed. And to me, as soon as he said that he doesn't do the coaching, the idea of me defending him, I can't defend that because he doesn't actually do the coaching. And he's not willing to go and get better coaches so the team can play better.
So I don't really understand, other than cheerleading and getting the players all G'd up for the game or whatever he does in terms of man management, what is it that, does he create the tactics? Does he, what is it that he's doing?
Yeah, he must play on a pattern. I think the game plan, he must be part of it because I can imagine if he doesn't do the coaching, he must be part of the game plan where they go and talk about the opposition. So he must do the opposition. He must get the videos, analysis of the opposition, and then where players need to be, bits that players need to watch out for. But the best thing about Oli is a fantastic man manager because that's the only thing from what we see. We're not in there in the squad. All this is speculation. We're all speculating here, but from the outset, it looks like he's a man manager. His motivation is fantastic because anytime these players can throw him under the bus, anytime Oli's on that cliff, Mundo, and he's just looking for getting, he's there, he's going to get the chop. The players just put in a performance for him to save him, Coast Life, watch the other video, the preview to Milan. We did a video. That's almost an hour. Me and Mindo broke it down, what we think about a director of football and this new footballing structure. So after this, you can go and watch that video. Mundo, anyway, you don't want to make this too long. So just give me your starting lineup tomorrow and possible score.
We're definitely going to start with Henderson, I think. I don't think De Gea's going to make it.
De Gea will still be serving his...
Yeah. And then left back, Shaw. He's going to start with Lindelof and Maguire. And Wan-Bissaka. Midfield's going to be McFred, McTominay and Fred. I've got a sneaky feeling that Tony Marshall will play tomorrow. I think it's going to be Dan James, Martial, and Greenwood.
And then Bruno just above.
And Bruno in the number 10 behind.
It's something really interesting what you said at the about 10, 15 minutes ago. You said about Pogba, missing Pogba. On the last game, Bruno was getting a lot of the blame on Twitter. Bruno was getting a lot of the blame. So it's interesting. Even when Pogba leaves, whoever the best player is or the most talented player we've got in our squad will get the blame. So that'll be interesting to see. Bruno's been fantastic for me. Like I don't know where Man United would be without Bruno. You know what I mean? Of course, sometimes he's wasteful and sometimes he has a horrendous game, but that's to be expected. That means when you rely on one player. 37 of you on here, guys. Please smash the like. Please share. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, hit that notification button so you know next time we're going live. Mundo, I think it's exactly the same team. I think maybe Rashford, the only other things that he might rush Rashford back in, even though he's not ready, and I think that's quite bad, I think. I don't want Rashford rushed back in, but Tony fell and he played on, so he took him up at half-time, maybe with this game in mind. So let's hope Tony comes back. So what do you think the score's going to be, Mundo?
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly 1-1, I think.
Yeah. No, 1-0 either way. It could be 1-0 either way as well. I'm thinking 1-0 either way, or 1-1. Yeah.
I think they will score. I'm worried about set pieces because they're good at set pieces, and we're horrendous at defending.
Yeah, they're very good at set pieces. But I'm hoping that's why I'm glad actually that Henderson's playing, because Henderson, even though he let us down in last game, usually he's brave enough to come out. He's not gonna shit his pants like De Gea does. We get bullied. Actually, I tell people, teams know a way to actually, they take a short corner, so then we push out, and then they swing it in, and De Gea is always on his line. He never comes out. He's not commanding enough in his area. And if it's either Henderson or whatever, but there's a bit of me that I think I'm done with De Gea. I've defended him for years, Mundo, for years and years, when he was going through all of his patches with Spain, and I've defended him. But for me, the last straw was the Sheffield United game. He didn't even complain to the referee. He didn't even go, it's a foul, referee. He just took it.
I know. And the thing is what, even I played in defence, even at Sunday League level, right? And you know that in terms of the goalkeeper, if you've got a goalkeeper who marshals the defence and commands his area, that means automatically your defence plays a higher line, because you know your keeper's behind you. He's going to having an extra player, right? But if your keeper's rooted to the spot, then your defence drops off and your defenders are now on top of the keeper. And that's the worst thing. Even with corners, you should be running out, right? Giving the keeper space to come out and collect the ball. But because our keeper stays on his line, it's literally a free-for-all underneath the crossbar, because the ball swung in, our defenders are there, their defenders are there. How many times do we see, do we concede from corners where our defence is on top of the goalkeeper?
Of course. And the funny thing, Mundo, is that they know David De Gea is so scared, right, that they stand on him. And even there's some free corner takers who swing the ball into that line, and he's not even commanding them because he's scared. That's why, whether it's Henderson, whether it's another keeper, Man United need to get rid. And this is really interesting because he's gone to Spain. His wife is there now with a baby. Maybe in this summer, maybe David De Gea. But would he take a pay cut to go? I'll be happy for David De Gea, honestly. I'll be like, he'll go down one of the legends for me at Man United. Because not only because he's won the league, and he won us a couple of trophies while he's here. He's won, the FA Cup. The only thing that he's not won is the Champions League, obviously, but he's won the league. He's won every trophy other than the Premier League. The Champions League. So for me, he'll go down as a legend, because I'll remember those seasons where we could have been fighting relegation if it wasn't for him. I mean, 4 years in a row he won the Player of the Year. So I'll be like, David, thank you so much for your services. You've done brilliant. Now it's time to be a father. Find yourself a club in Spain. And maybe then Atletico Madrid, because he'll go to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid will be able to sell all back. And maybe we could get all back. Because to me, he's one of the best keepers in the world. Right now.
I was going to say that if you had someone who was savvy negotiating rather than they would go to Atletico Madrid and say, look, here's De Gea, right? We'll give you De Gea and 50 million, right? And we'll take our black.
Yeah, 30 or 40 million. De Gea plus 40 million.
Or black is quality. He is a machine. He's one of those keepers that's similar to Neuer and who commands their area. He's big.
That's brilliant. Can fake with his feet, can save. He makes, don't think about he makes crucial saves in crucial parts of the game. And even though where Atletico Madrid are set up defensively, he makes fantastic saves. So anyway, Mundo, I don't want to go on for far too long. We're all here and we don't know what to expect, because obviously because of our injuries, we don't know what to expect tomorrow. Usually we think Man United should beat But I think the last time we beat them, I think it was 2013, 2014, when we did the double on them. That was the last time Man United did a double over West Ham. And guess who was the manager then, Mundo?
2013, did you say?
Yeah, 2014.
That must have been Moisey.
Brilliant. It was Moisey. So hopefully Moisey will come out with his FA Cup tactics like he did. That was the most dreadful tactics, dreadful personnel on that pitch. If he comes out like that, but somehow, somewhere in my deep down inside me, he's coming for us tomorrow. That was a cup game, and he had a couple of injuries, and he was resting Antonio, and he didn't want to play his. His second, the playmakers like Barama and Lanzini. So he started with the youngsters up front, and I mean that kid, he brought him on and took him off. I mean, it was just heartbreaking. No servers, nothing to him. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Aaron telling us here he's watched Dino twice with Sheffield United as he lives in Sheffield. He's really good, hungry, passionate. These All Black talks are fake. Oh, of course they're fake. Of course they're fake. They're only, listen, do not all get bewildered. Like I said to you, on this channel, the only programs I will do, the only transfer talk I will do is to say this is all a load of BS. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to try to put things on this channel to hype up and go, ooh, link with this guy, link with that guy. No, I'm not that. I understand. Listen, Ed Woodward is only one of the only CEOs to hire a propagandist like Neil Ashton so that he can get the propaganda machine going. He's well known in the British tabloids, especially sport tabloids, Neil Ashton, and that's why he's feeding them these things. And also, we have a club, guys, where the Man United leak things to these papers. Neil Ashton, on behalf of Woodward, Neil Ashton leaks, and even before that, Woodward, somebody underneath Woodward, or the communication directors at United were doing this, leaking all these ludicrous stories to the papers. So, Man United, these players are linked with Man United. They get social media traffic. When Man United are trending with whatever player linked to them, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, all of this gets the Glazers money. Not even that, it really generates corporations who wanna sponsor Man United because they can see the traffic that's going on. But what they don't know is that if they actually invested in a team, they would. The Twitter, all social media would be going crazy about Man United. But they don't understand that. Like, there's this fallacy, Mundo, that Woodward is good at banking. No, Man United was so ahead. Because of Fergie, we were so ahead of everybody else in terms of where Fergie put us 13, 10, 12, you know what I mean, league titles till we get to the last one. And he put us up there always. How many finals did we go in the Champions League? And yet, all these other teams, in terms of the sponsorship, the commercial side of it, have all caught us up, and some of them are surpassing us now. So all this is a look. Man United is a cash cow for the Glazers. They don't care about it. They don't care if we're winning. They don't care if we're losing. As long as they can bring decent amount of sponsorships, that's all that counts. That's why they spend money when we're not in the Champions League. When we're in the Champions League, they don't spend any money. So it just shows you. Anyway,
and one of the Glazers is selling his shares. Is going to get 112 million.
Yeah, Mundo. It's gonna what? Dividends FC, mate. Dividends FC. That's who we are. It's gonna get about 80 or 70, 90 US dollars, something like that.
$112 million, so it's like 70 something.
Yeah, million pounds. Yeah. That's who we are. We are Dividends FC, mate. Dividends. Where anybody can defend the Glazers or anybody that can defend the structure that we have, and this structure is not changing. That's why. Under this structure, Ollie's and the managers on the same path, as same level as the footballing director. It ain't gonna work, people. How's the football director gonna change the manager if he's on the same level?
Exactly.
How's he gonna bring in new coaches if he's not above him? I mean, you look at Salford City. They've got one of their players, actually youth player for United. He's the sporting director. Gary Neville and that meet with him and say, hey, coaching staff, the new manager, this needs to be get rid of. We need to bring somebody on. They don't speak to the manager. They speak to him. And then he go and then tells he then organized the coach and the manager and says, this is not good enough. But anyway, we can go on, guys. Most of you already know. I don't need to tell you this. Most of you already know. But anyway, I want to end on a positive note. Let's go tomorrow. Let's hope Fred McTominay can prove us wrong tomorrow. Let's hope one of them scores. Let's hope that they pass the ball really well. Let's hope that they turn into, peak Scholes, or they turn into, they turn into really fantastic midfield players, and they shut us all up tomorrow. Let's hope that. And come on, United. Because I don't like West Ham, and I don't like David Moyes.
I just want Ollie to be brave tomorrow and just put the young guys out, put Diallo out, put Greenwood out.
Mundo,
let them go for it.
That Ollie's gone, Mundo. That Ollie's not there anymore. After that, he's still traumatized by that 6-1. Unless when we play Tottenham, he can exercise those demons out of his psyche, right? He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Anyway, just a last comment here from Paddy. Sorry, Pandy. No, I said that. If you watch the video, I said that at least there's a position now, even though I don't like the position is similar, equal to the manager. The director of football should be ahead of all footballing operations. And no manager, he's not in the same level as the manager of the women's team, is he? He's not. So that's what just shows you. Well, one thing I must say, that John Mortar, if anything to go by what he's done with the women's team, then hopefully it'll be good, because the women's team are really good. They've got really good players. They're fighting for the league, even though they're way off now. I think Chelsea's running away with it. But they're second best, I think, or second or third. They're up there anyway. I've not checked their results lately, but they're up there fighting. And I like the way they play. I like the women's coach. I really like the women's team. Yeah. Anyway, peace, love, and light, people. We don't want to go on too long. Mundo, hopefully, maybe if you're around tomorrow, maybe we can do quick match reaction. I'll be somewhere else tomorrow, helping out people. But yeah, I'll hopefully try to get you on for quick match reaction after the game.
Yeah, let's do it. It's a 7:15 kickoff tomorrow.
Yeah, 7:15 kickoff. Yeah,
tomorrow evening. Yeah.
Peace, love, and light, people. Please share, subscribe. Please tell, if you get 3 or 4 people who are mad United fans that to subscribe, who watch videos on YouTube to subscribe. We'll want to build the community, and that's what it's all about. And I can't do this without you guys. Anyway, peace, love, and light. Always, people. Take care. And hopefully, United win. And hopefully, we'll be coming on me and Mundo tomorrow for a brief match reaction saying, get in there. You know what I mean? Happy. Nobody wants to be critical here. Nobody. We're just a reality. We can't all fake it away. We can't. I don't want to pull wool over anybody's eyes. We can't do that. We can't fake it. We're not fake fans. We're real fans. And your opinion counts. And you can disagree as much as you can. Peace, love, and light, people. Like I said, hit that subscribe, share, hit that notification button, and hopefully see you tomorrow night after a great victory by Man United and Fred and McTominay fighting for who's man of the match. Let's go, people. Come on!